Everyone has something? Excellent, because we will be using them today. Those of you joining us online, if you can grab a rolled up mat or a rolled up towel or a pillow or a block or something, that'll be helpful for practice today. So let's get going. Find a comfortable seat here on your mat. And close your eyes. Begin by just noticing your breath. So not changing anything right at the get-go. Just being aware of what's present for you. And then begin to deepen your breath. So you're drawing the breath in using the muscles, the back of your throat. Noticing that pause at the top where you're full. And then allowing for that long, slow exhale out the nose, emptying all the way out. Turning on that ujjayi breath if you haven't already. And just take a moment here to assess what's present for you. So without judgment, without shoulds or have-tos, just notice what's present for you in this moment. And take your awareness and your breath to your heart. So this area around the fourth chakra, your chest, your upper back. And begin to breathe here. So with the inhale, you feel the chest rise, the ribs expand outward. Upper back lift. With the exhale, you feel that relaxation, that softening. Perhaps the color green comes into mind, just being aware of this heart chakra, anahata. Take 3 more breaths. And with your next inhale, draw in a deeper breath than you've taken all morning. At the top, hold full. Exhale out the mouth, let it go to empty. Again, like that, deep breath in, fill yourself up. Maybe sip in a little extra oxygen, and holding full. Long, slow release out the mouth all the way to empty. Let's do one more deep breath in. Holding at the top. As you're ready, let it go. And come back to that ujjayi breath, that whisper breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And we'll work collectively by connecting into our hearts, connecting to this place of compassion for ourselves and those around us. But if there's something else calling to you today, something else that brought you to your mat, weave that in as part of your intention. And then at your own pace here, just start to shift around in your seat. So it could be rolling through the wrists, Maybe the shoulders, maybe shifting side to side. Now, there's really no wrong way to move here, just feeling out your body, tuning in. Keeping that strong Ujjayi breath flowing, supporting you here. Take about 3 or so more breaths moving. Allowing for some experimentation. And then as you feel ready, carry this forward. So rocking onto hands and knees. And continue this flow of movement. So it could be as simple as a cat-cow with your inhale, you're lifting through the heart. Yeah, rounding through the spine with the exhale. But once again, allow for that experimentation. So if it feels good, you can go all the way back to child's pose. Maybe it feels delicious in child's pose and you stay for an extra breath. Maybe coming forward into a cobra or up dog or circling through the hips. About 5 more breaths. Just allowing your body to do what feels good in this moment. Then over the next breath or 3, make your way back to our first downward facing dog practice. So curling the toes under, heels towards the earth, reaching your hips up to the sky. If it feels good, keep that movement going here, shifting the weight side to side, or as John Cottrell says, walk your dog. And just let your body guide you. So there's no wrong way to do this, just allowing for some freedom, some shifts. About 3 more breaths in your downward facing dog. And then ease your way down to your knees, and we'll come into our first dolphin of the day. So come onto your forearms. Those of you familiar, like everybody in this class, go ahead and pop directly into your dolphin. If you're newer to dolphin, you're going to grab hold of the opposite upper arm with your hands. That just measures the distance between your elbows. And the forearms are then going to either be parallel to one another or hands clasping at the top for additional support. Inhale, lifting up through the hips, press the chest back towards the shins. Yeah, and your knees can be bent here. Let the head go, maybe shake it a little bit side to side, yes and no. 5 more breaths, activating the core, feeling for this lengthening through the back body. And then exhale. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Maybe the chest presses closer to the shins. Ease your knees down to the earth. Press up to the palms of your hands. We're going to come all the way onto the back, setting up for core. Now, those of you watching online, if anyone's pregnant, you're going to do the little spinal extension thing instead. Everyone else, make sure you grab a prop and come onto your back for some fabulous core work. Thinking if I have something you can use. What if we steal an extra mat for you? Because they're over here, and I'll just Clorox it afterwards. Oh, there's a block. Look at this. Someone left a block. There you go. All right, take hold of your prop, place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone, right where it starts to feel awkward and uncomfortable. And then extend your legs straight up to the sky. Now, if this is pulling on your low back or hamstrings, bend your knees. Otherwise, keep the legs extending. Spread the toes wide. And you can choose today whether you want to floint or flex your feet. So just making sure the feet are active. Hands interlaced behind the head. Take a huge breath. Spread across the back body. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a little more. Pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a little more. Pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze that second time. Pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. We're going to move into 3-part twisting abs. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Hold full. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull low belly down. Inhale through center. Hold full. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Back through center. Hold full. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach elbows higher. Reach legs higher. Draw belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. We're going to do one more round. Stay with me. Those of you in class can't cheat anymore. Take a deep breath in, or you have to. Yeah. My mom and Peter are probably cheating right now. All right, take a deep breath in. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Hold full. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale to center. Hold full. Squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale through center. Hold full. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach elbows higher, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull low belly down. And inhale, release. Set your prop lovingly aside. And walk your feet about mat width apart. We'll do this little butterfly on a rock pose or windshield wiper legs, whatever you'd like to call it. So on your exhale, knees lower to one side. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the other side, and just get into a rhythm here that feels good to your body, to your hips, to your core. If it feels delicious to stay an extra breath or two, go for it. Twisted roots. One more abdominal exercise here. So pick up the right leg. Cross it up over top the left, and if you can get that second tuck of the right toes behind the calf, go for it. If not, don't worry about it. Interlace the hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in here. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze your legs. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze your legs a little more. Pull low belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Hold full. Curl tailbone, squeeze the legs together, lift torso higher, pull low belly down. Yeah, awesome. Inhale, relax the pelvis. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze legs, reach elbows higher, pull belly down. Inhale, release head and shoulders, keep your legs as they are. So your head's going to be resting on the ground. Press both hands to the center of that right thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone, press hands into thighs, thighs back into hands, pull belly down. Inhale, relax the press. One more on this side. Hold full, curl tailbone up, squeeze legs, press hands into thighs, thighs into hands, pull belly down. And inhale, release, switch the cross of your legs. Do it without thinking too much, because if you think too much, you won't do it. Interlace the hands behind your head. At least I won't. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Relax your head into your hands. Deep breath, wash it through the back body. Hold full, curl tailbone up, squeeze thighs. Exhale, reach elbows higher, reach knees higher, pull belly down. Awesome. Inhale, relax pelvis. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, reach elbows higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, place both hands to the center of that left thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone, press hand to thighs, thighs back into hands, pull low belly down. Inhale, relax the press, last one. Exhale, tuck tailbone, press hand to thighs, thighs back into hands, pull low belly down. And then release. Set your feet back to the earth, making your way into bridge pose. So feet are about hip width apart, knees stacked over your heels. On inhale, peel the spine up and away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Connect into that strong, fluid breath. And start with your breath here into the belly. So maybe close your eyes so your awareness is there. Expanding this area that we just contracted, so your abdominals become flexible, usable muscles. Opening back up through this core region with your breath. And then draw your attention and awareness up into the chest. So once again, focusing in on this fourth chakra. With your inhale, you feel the chest expand, feel the chest rise. With the exhale, you feel this hugging back towards your heart, towards your center. And just notice what's present for you as we hang out here with awareness in this fourth chakra. Awareness with your breath for a few more here. Inhale, maybe the heart lifts a little higher. Perhaps the hips extend towards the rafters. Your exhale, tuck tailbone slowly. Roll your spine back down to the mat. Once your hips touch, release the back body. So either pressing the thighs away to get that back traction, or hugging knees towards chest and rocking it side to side. Just massaging out of the spine. Then roll over onto your side. With neck and head relaxed, press your way up to a seat. And come forward into dolphin with some fabulous options. All right, so we're going to work with dorsal fin here. So if you're new to dorsal fin, I will show it to you quickly. So what it will do is basic dolphin. Walk one foot out to the side. One arm's going to come behind the back. The other leg is going to extend. That may be where you work. Or you can bend the knee, find the foot, kick the foot into your hand for your full dorsal fin. If that's too much, you'll keep both forearms on the ground. All right, let's see what happens. So, forearms to the mat, curl your toes under, press the hips up to the sky for your dolphin. Step the left foot to the outside of your mat and bring the left arm back behind you. Now, if that feels like too much, don't do it. You can keep both forearms on the ground. You're welcome to stay here or extend the right leg up to the sky. Stay here or bend the knee. Reach and find the foot, which is sometimes the hardest part, is figuring out where that foot is in the sky. If you have hold of the foot, kick the foot into the hand, start to lift up almost into a bow to the best ability. Find your breath. 2 more on this side. And then release. Lower the right foot down, left forearm to the mat. We'll switch sides. Right foot steps to the outside of the mat. Right arm comes back behind you. Yeah, and you can also keep both forearms on the ground here. Option to extend that left leg up to the sky. Maybe staying here, working with your balance, connecting to your core, or bend that left knee. Find the foot with your hands. Start to kick the foot into the hand. Lift up even more. Stay with your breath. You got it, bend so close. Inhale, release, forearm back to the ground, foot back to the ground. 2 more dolphin breaths. Tiptoe your toes in closer to the elbows. Hips extend higher to the sky. Exhale, ease your knees to the earth. Child's pose, embryo, or puppy. Really whatever allows your body an opportunity to just surrender here. To be held by the earth. Expand the breath into the back of your heart. Tune into that area. Inhale, ease up to hands and knees. If you need a few breaths flowing through cat-cow, go for it. But over the next breath to 3, make your way back to downward facing dog. So in down dog, walk it out here. Bend and straighten the legs. Shift the weight side to side, forward and back. Noticing what's shifted. Yeah. I hate that I can't assist you guys. It drives me nuts. If you want to make your down dogs more challenging, turn it into a turbo dog. So you can always bend the elbows, hover them above the ground, and then hug the forearms towards one another. So you're firing up the chest muscles. Head stays heavy. It's kind of halfway between a down dog and a dolphin. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine, that monkey pose. Exhale to fold it back in. Again, like that, inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms reach overhead. Maybe a little back bend at top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend. We'll flow through classical suns here. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Yes, slow and controlled. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. And your choice today, knee can come down or stay lifted. Take that entire inhale to open up to the torso, and we'll stay here for an extra breath. If it feels good, you can lean back, open more through the heart. Yeah, beautiful. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank pose. From here, you can go directly to down dog and skip the vinyasa, or flow with me through that vinyasa, lowering slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Beautiful stuff. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Knee can be lifted or lowered. Keep the inhale going, open through the torso. And soften through the shoulders, maybe turning this into a back bend. Nice, Brandon. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Drawing in through the belly, rise to stand. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, hands back, heart center. Flowing here, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Move with your breath, slow and controlled. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Lift and open, maybe that back bend. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Directly to down dog or flow, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Nice, David. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Draw into the belly, come all the way up. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands back, heart center. Inhale, re-extend, move with your breath. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Keep the inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank. Through chaturanga, slow and controlled, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Draw in through the belly, rise. Arms reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last round. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Let your breath create flow here. Inhale, step right foot back. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Nice, Jen. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Draw into the belly, rise up, reach tall. Inhale, reaching, exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a moment, connect into your heart. Maybe the arms rest by your sides. Tune back into your heart, listening to what's present there. Inhale, float your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. All right, sit a little bit deeper. Yeah, that was awesome. You guys all went like 6 inches deeper. Lift through the heart, and then if you'd like, you can bend the elbows, draw shoulder blades back. Yeah. Fill for more space around the chest. Take one more inhale. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana, this forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose, that halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hands onto the mat, step your way back to plank pose. Hold here. So at any point your knees can come down for support. Connect into your abdominals, tuck the tailbone, feel the core strong. Yeah, that's it. And then to add a little additional strength work, isometrically draw the heels of your hands back, pads of your toes forward, and you'll feel that just shake through the core a little bit more. All right, everybody lower all the way down to your belly. If you are pregnant, you're going to place a bolster or something under your thighs so there's no pressure on the baby. Hands next to your chest, low cobra. Inhale, peel the chest and head up off of the mat. Draw shoulder blades back, reach back through the elbows, see if that leverage can lift up the chest a little more, yeah. Find that breath, engage through the back body to lift even more through the heart. Take one more inhale. Exhale, ease your way down to the mat. Turn your head to one side, we'll take 3 breaths into the low back. Moving into, in Forrest, I conveniently renamed the pose to boat. Most forms of yoga call it salabhasana or locust pose. On your inhale, peel the chest and head up off of the mat. This time pick up the hands, reach the arms back, pick up the legs. So you're hovering on the belly button here. I guess you can't be hovering. You're balancing on your belly button. There we go. Inhale, lift through the chest, reach back through the fingertips, lift up even higher through the legs. Yeah, maybe the legs shift closer together. 2 more breaths here. Feel the engagement in the back body support you. Nice, and 1 more inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, ease your way down. Turn your head to the opposite side. Take 3 deep breaths into the low back. And may feel good to press the top of the left hand into the low back. And then turn your forehead to the mat. Hands next to your chest. You have a choice here. You can press up through hands and knees. Or if you want an extra challenge, curl your toes under. We're going to press up like a push-up. Pressing through the hands. Go up through chaturanga, plank, all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale to extend the left leg up and back. Spread through the toes, reach this leg long, and then equal weight through your hands here. So you're really pressing into the earth. Yeah, beautiful, Stacy. Spread the fingers, feel for that extension, running up along the spine, all the way out to the pad of the foot, pad of the toes. Exhale, slowly hug your knee into your chest. Set the foot down softly. Keep your hands on the ground to start. So at any point, this back knee can come down for support. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. So once again, tapping into that isometric contraction. And then on your inhale, float the arms back behind you. Stay here. Hover above that left thigh. I guess I like that word today, hover. All right, squeeze the legs together. Reach back to that right heel. Use your core strength. Inhale, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Arms extend up to the sky. And then come a little bit deeper into your lunge, still keeping this right leg firing up strong. Exhale, bend the elbows, start to open more through the chest. If you feel like there's crunching at all in the low back, keep lifting through the heart. Breathe into the chest, maybe leaning the head back a little bit so your spine is neutral. Back knee can always come down for support. Moving into brain cradling, bring the hands back behind your head. Elbows come together, so you're framing the head here. And then start to lift the elbows up, start to lean back even more. Back knee can bend at this point. Maybe bringing a few inches above the ground. Open even more through the chest, yes. 2 more breaths. Keep the right hand behind your head. Bring the left arm behind the back. Lance Dodger. You're going to press the hand down so you're tractioning the spine. Lift and open more through the heart. Maybe leaning even further back. Anyone else shaking? Inhale, bring the torso back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands to the earth. Set the right hand down on the ground or a block into a spinal twist. Left arm peels open to the sky. Back knee can always come down, but lift and open through the chest here. Yeah. And then fill this pose up with breath. Gorgeous. Take 1 more inhale here. Exhale, ease the left hand down to the mat. Step your way back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to the belly so your knees can support that lowering. Boat with hands clasped. Bring the hands back behind you. If you want a little more of a true forest experience and you have a rolled up mat, you can place this rolled up mat under the belly, right in the soft part. Totally optional. All right, everyone else, clasp the hands behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, head, arms and legs. Unless you're on a roll, you will not, that might be too much with the block. All right, careful though. Reach back to the knuckles. If you're on your roll, the feet stay rooted. 2 more breaths. Yes. And then exhale, ease your way back down. Turn your head to the left. If you're on a roll, you're just going to relax into it. If you don't have a roll, just let the ground support you. Turn your head back to the mat, hands next to your chest. Press your way up through plank and all the way back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, float the right leg up to the sky. Spread the toes, reach this right leg long. Maybe lift that leg a little bit higher just because. 2 more deep breaths here. Your next exhale, hug the right knee into your chest. Set the foot down as soft as you can. Hands stay framing the front foot to start. So once again, option to bring that left knee down. Inner thighs hug towards center line. Inhale, sweep the arms behind you. Hover above this right quad. Activate the left leg, activate the back body. Inhale, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. So take a moment, feel into the strength of your legs supporting you here. An option, you can start to bend the elbows, lift up even more through the chest. Breathe into the heart, and 4th chakra. Maybe close your eyes, adding that balance challenge. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your head. Elbows hug towards one another. Yeah, so you're going to work with opening up these muscles in the backs of your arms, the triceps into the armpits. Start to lift the elbows up. Start to lean back, head rests in your hands. Back knee can start to bend here. Open more through the heart. Open more with your breath. Lance Dodger, keep the left hand behind your head. Wrap the right arm behind your back. So this right forearm or hand is going to press down, tractioning out the spine. Yes. Start to lift and open, leaning back. Inhale, bring the torso back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, set up for your twist. Hands come all the way to the earth. Left hand stays rooted. Inhale, right arm opens to the sky. Yeah. Keep firing up the legs even as you're deeper into this twist. Spread the breath through the chest. Awesome breathing, you guys. 2 more here. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Step back, plank pose. Move all the way down onto your belly. Boat with shoulder shrugs. So bring your arms out like goalposts. Like so, yeah, awesome. Take a huge breath in, lift up through head, shoulders, arms, and legs. So you're hovering above the ground. Deep breath in here. On exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, drag it all down. Inhale across the upper back. Exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull it all down. 1 more, deep breath in. Exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull it down. Inhale across the upper back. Exhale, release, turn your head to the right. And take 3 deep breaths into low back here. If it feels good, you can take the top of that right hand onto your low back. Just as an extra reminder to breathe there. Hands next to your chest. Tuck your toes under. Press your way up either through all fours or through that push-up all the way back. to downward facing dog. You can always add extra push-ups if you need as well. On your next inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. This time, bend the left knee, open up through the hip. Keep equal weight through your hands. Find a little more space around that left hip flexor, maybe the left quad. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of right arm. If you know the arm balance, you're welcome to take it if you feel inclined. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. This time, step left foot through warrior two. Rising up with your inhale. Yeah, beautiful. If you want to do this true forest style, your gaze is actually going to be neutral in line with the rest of your spine. So you'll be looking directly towards the west. Soften through the shoulders. Shoulder shrugs. Release the arms down in front of you. Take a deep breath, spread across the back of the heart. Hold full, reach the shoulders straight up towards the ears. Draw them straight back, keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale across the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine, pull down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend elbows, draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Inhale, release the arms, get a little roll out action through the shoulders. And then float the arms back up, warrior two. Kite hawk. On your inhale, flip the palms to the sky. Exhale, thumbs lead, start to roll over, slow and controlled, rolling through the chest. Inhale, open it back up, palm slip, shoulder blades draw down the spine. Yes. Exhale, roll it back over, slow and controlled. Inhale, open it back up. Last one here, exhale, thumbs lead, slow rolling. Get all those little muscles working. And then open it back up. Exhale into reverse warrior, left palm to the sky. Reach up and back, opening through this left side body. Yes, keep driving that left knee forward. Breathing into this left side of the torso. Maybe that left knee moves deeper into your lunge so you feel that strength work happening as you open through the side body. And then we'll all copy Anne and move into the next stretch. So reach the left arm towards the front of the room. Relax the head towards that right shoulder. And if that doesn't feel good, switch up the way your head is positioned. You're looking for or feeling for a deep neck stretch. Reach through that left hand, rise back up, warrior two, into a heart opener, side angle with a heart opener. So left forearm to left thigh. Right arm's gonna go straight up to the sky and then back behind you like you're leaning over a ledge. Breathe and open into your heart here. Both hands are active, fingers spreading, but not too intensely. So you're welcome to stay here in the heart opener or come into your bind, clasping hands under that left thigh, still opening up through the heart. Yeah. 2 more breaths here. Peel open through that right shoulder. And then release. Unwind the arms, step your way back to plank pose. Your choice here, directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa. So basic vinyasa, chaturanga, to up dog or cobra. You can always skip this. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to float the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up through your hip. Fill this right hip up, this right side body, the obliques, with your breath. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm. A little core work here, optional arm balance. Nice, Stacy. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, step right foot through, warrior two on this side. Slow and controlled, being extra intentional even in these transitions. And warrior two, find your way into the pose, right knee bending to about a 90-degree angle, balanced weight between the two legs, arms supporting themselves. Shoulder shrugs, release the arms down in front of you. Take a huge breath, spread across the back of the heart. Hold the breath and reach the shoulders up as high as you can. Nice, pull them straight back. Exhale, keep squeezing, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine, pull down. Awesome breath, deep breath into the back of the heart. Exhale, bend your elbows, drop bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull it all down. Inhale, release the arms, a little roll out through the shoulders. Working with bird wings, so a little bit different. Hands are going to come out in front of you. Elbows are going to hook into the rib cage. Hook into the rib cage. You're going to keep the elbows glued to your rib cage here. On your inhale, slowly open the hands up. Keep the elbows hooking in. Yeah. Exhale, draw the hands slowly back together. Good. Inhale, squeeze the elbows into the ribs. Open it up. Exhale, slowly bring it back in. One more here. Inhale, slowly open it up. Keep the elbows hooking. This is really good for the rotator cuff. Exhale, bring hands back together. Release the arms. We'll roll out through the shoulders. I'll reverse warrior. Float the palms or arms back up. Right palm lifts. Exhale, reach up and back, opening this right side body once again. Left hand can support you on your hip or really anywhere down that left leg with the exception of your knee joint. Deepen into that lunge so you're working towards the 90-degree angle. Breathe into this right side body. And then we'll all join Anne in our next stretch. Reach the right arm forward. Let the head hang heavy. Sometimes it feels better with your left hand on the hip here. You can experiment. And this time around, imagine that with this stretch, you're unraveling all the tension, or at least a good portion of the tension that we hold in our neck. Just releasing that with your breath, with the reach. Reaching through the right hand, come back up, warrior two, into this extended warrior with a heart opener. So right forearm to right thigh, left arm goes straight up to the sky, and then back, opening even more through the heart. Yes. Draw the left shoulder blade on the spine. Peel open through the chest, and then really direct your breath into your heart. Left side of the heart gets to open. Connecting into yourself, connecting into those around you. Feeling into the chest. 2 more breaths. If you'd like to move into the bind, wrap the left arm behind your back. Come into this clasp behind the right leg. Still opening through the left shoulder. If you want it true Forrest style, let your head hang. Inhale, unwind. Place your hands back down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Come all the way down to your belly. Now those of you that are enjoying your rolled up mat on your belly, you can use that. We're coming into bow pose or Dhanurasana. If Dhanurasana is too deep for you, you're going to work with those versions of boat pose. All right. Everyone else, start to bend the knees, reach back, find your feet, your shins with your hands. It's really hard to talk while I'm on this roll. Start to kick the feet into the hands, lift up through the chest. Knees are moving towards one another so they're in line with the hips. Peel open through the heart, kick your feet into your hands. Yes, awesome, you guys. 2 more breaths here. Good, David, lift up even more through your heart. And then exhale, release. Come all the way down to the belly. Turn your head to one side. If you're over a roll, keep the roll under your belly. Let it just melt deeper into your core. Forgot to mention, if you are pregnant, you're going to do camel pose instead, so there's no pressure on the belly. All right, one more Dhanurasana. So bend your knees, reach back, find your feet. Once again, if this does not feel okay to you, do a different version of a belly back bend. Once you have your legs, start to kick the legs into your hands. Lift up, open up to the chest. This time around, see if you can ground down through the thighs and lift even more through the heart. 2 more breaths here. And exhale, release. Turn your head to the opposite side. We'll take just 3 more breaths. Melting to the earth. If you have a rolled up mat, go ahead and remove it. Place your hands next to your chest. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. On your exhale, lower your knees down to the mat. Take a seat here. All right, so one more back bend of choice before we warm down. So you can work once again with another belly back bend if that's been delicious to your body, or you can work with camel pose. So real quick demo of camel. You're gonna tuck the toes under at least to start, hands on hips, start to lean back. Don't do it quite yet, I'll give you plenty of time, I promise. This may be where you stay, really supporting yourself, or hands can come down to heels, lifting even more through the chest. So those are 2 options, belly back bend, camel, bridge if you want something softer. If you're feeling like you can take a full wheel or even wheel on your forearms. Any questions? I can't do it, I'm not flexible enough, but it's wheel, okay. Yeah, so Stacy will show you what wheel on your forearms are. It's coming to a basic wheel and then coming all the way to your forearms. So it's like dolphin.
And then you don't.
You press up, yep. Yeah, so she's lifting. Yeah.
And then your back breaks.
Nope. If you're a badass Annastasia yogi, you can do that. Woohoo! All right, any other questions? Thanks, Stacy.
I feel like that was a lot for me. I'm doing great.
Or you could just do bridge. Okay, 10 breaths. Choose whatever heart opener you want. You can do 5 in 2 different ones. Thank you for demoing that. Just 10 breaths, whatever you've chosen, finishing up with this back bend. If you have any questions, please wave me over. I'll still keep my 6 feet distance, I promise. Keep your breath strong here. Focus your breath into your heart, into this 4th chakra. If your neck bothers you in camel, you can always bring the chin to the chest to support that. About 3 or so more breaths wherever you are. Nice bend. And then ease your way up out of your pose and come all the way down onto your back. So take this transition slowly so you're kind to your low back as we are countering that. Once you arrive here, depending on how crunchy your back feels, hopefully not crunchy at all, but if it does feel a little bit tender, keep your feet on the ground and just press the thighs away to lengthen out the back body. The other option is to hug your knees into your chest. Get a little rocking side to side, massaging the spine. And from here, we'll shift into happy baby pose. Reach down, grab hold of the soles of your feet or the big toes. If movement has felt good thus far, you can continue that side to side. Then bring the soles of your feet together over the chest. So a little version of Baddha Konasana here. If you are pregnant, you're going to work here. Everyone else, take a huge breath in. Exhale all the air out. Hold empty. Uddiyana Bandha, draw navel towards spine. Reach the sit bones towards the ground so you feel the back body traction. When you're ready to inhale, release abdominals. Take a huge breath in. Do that twice more. Exhale all the air out. Awesome. Pull low belly in and up. Reach sit bones towards the earth. One more at your own pace. And then releasing out of that. Hug your knees back into your chest. Moving into a spinal twist. Arms extend out to your sides. Shift your hips to the left. Exhale, knees lower to the right. If there's a different version of a spinal twist you prefer, please take that instead. If you want to help the low back lengthen more, you can extend the left arm overhead. Maybe even bring the right hand to the rib cage. Focus your breath there. Inhale, knees back through center. Switch sides at your own pace. Hips to the right, knees to the left. Once again, if there's a twist you prefer, take that instead. Perhaps the right arm reaches overhead, maybe left hand to the rib cage. And inhale, bring the legs back through center. Move into any final movement or pose of choice. So whatever you need to complete your practice, that can be a shoulder stand, if that's part of your practice, so the hips extending to the sky. Maybe a Viparita Krani, where your hips are elevated on that block or roll or pillow. Take your time here, maybe a Baddha Konasana or a hip stretch. About 5 to 10 breaths, completing your practice. And there's no rush, but as you do feel ready, you can make your way into your final relaxation, Shavasana. Using any props or clothing to make yourself as comfortable as possible. Letting your body be heavy on the earth. Your breath moving back to its natural, soft cadence. And just surrendering here. Letting go for these last few moments of class. Take a deep breath into your heart. Let's notice what's shifted. Notice what's held here. It's open. And let that breath and awareness travel down to your arms, your fingers, this extension of your heart. And start to bring movement back in. And slowly make your way over to one side, this fetal position. With eyes still closed, press your way up to a seat on your mat. Inhale, float your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Connecting once again into your heart. Into your magic. Let's close our practice today with 2 rounds of Om Shanti Om. So I'll sing the first round and invite you, especially you guys here with me, to join me on the second round. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Si Om. Namaste.